Welcome back to Ratface44 Reviews. My name is James, and today we have something special for Cobra Convergence 7. We got Sdcc Zartan. So let's get this started. Before we get started here, big shout out to Hooded Cobra Commander 788. I've been watching him for years, and thank you for allowing me to be part of Cobra Convergence 7. Awesome, thank you very much, sir. So let's take a look at the packaging. The packaging is very special with this. I think this is the first San Diego Comic-Con exclusive G.I. Joe classified figure. I got this at GameStop, walked in randomly around November of 2021, 22, the end of 21. I'm not really too sure. I haven't taken a look at this figure physically yet. I've seen a lot of videos online. This special packaging has a turntable here with a bunch of Zartan faces and masks. So first we have Zartan, we have his bone mask, we have, I think this is the soft master or the hard master. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not really too sure. Here is Storm Shadow, Soft Master or Hard Master, I'm not really too sure. And here is Snake Eyes, and back to Zartan. Very cool packaging. So on the side here you have the symbols that you could look up online. Number 31 in the line, and here is the typical poster. Like I said, I haven't looked at this physically, so it's still sealed. Like the cover for the window is still sealed here. I haven't looked at it, and I've been saving it for a while right now, and I thought this would be a good idea to do this for Cobra Convergence. I do have previous versions of Zartan. I have the vintage one, so we'll do a comparison of that, and I have the first classified Zartan, so we can do a comparison with that. It's pretty much the same figure, I know that for sure. That's why I was kind of reluctant to open it up anyways and use this as a collector's item. But this is still going for a pretty penny online right now, complete. So I have my trusty scalpel here, so let's break the seal and take a look. So let's take a look at the figure in the packaging, and we have the Dreadnoughts logo here with a skull and snake and knives. Really awesome. So let's finally break the figure open here. All in the plastic prison. So in the background it has the same Dreadnoughts logo, and the bottom here it says Master of the Skies Zartan. So let's take the figure out and all the accessories. Alright, so I have the figure and all the accessories out of the packaging. So let's take a look of all the accessories from smallest to biggest like we usually do on this channel. So the smallest one right here, we have a knife. I'm very familiar with this knife with the previous version of Zartan. It's the exact same knife. Nice ridging. You got the little finger loop on the handle. Very cool. And there's like a little hole at the top of the knife. Next we have his little pistol blaster here. This is very reminiscent of the vintage Zartan. Some excellent detail, futuristic gun. Next we have his bandana, all done in this kind of reddish brown color. Here is his bow, done in white and a little black handle. Very cool. There is kind of a little notch at the end. You maybe could put a string on it. So right here we have his quiver with maroon highlights on the feathers and the Aroshikage symbol down at the bottom. As you may know, it's the same quiver as the Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. I haven't opened this one up. Next we have his hood, all done in this red brown, same type of color. Very cool. Has this kind of leather texturing on it here. So here is the sniper rifle. It also came with the Arctic bat. It has the suppressor already attached to the tip. It has a bipod and has some really cool detail on it, and it is kind of bent a bit from being in the plastic, but it's not too bad. Nice brown handle. It also has this kind of clip down here where you can put the rounds. Also, there is a strap that's kind of on its side. Very neat. And there's tons of accessories here. So lastly, with some of the accessories, before I look at all the faces and masks, we have his backpack. And it's a two-part backpack that opens up, if I can do it, and has some cool technical detail inside here that probably manufactures faces, which is really cool. It kind of reminds me of Mission Impossible with your manufacturing masks. So speaking of masks, let's go into the Hard Master and the Soft Master. The Soft Master or the Hard Master, let me know which one's which. This one has like the white hair on his head and the face kind of chubby. I'm not really too sure. And here is the next one, is the Hard Master. I'm pretty sure this is the Hard Master. Soft Master is kind of chubby, kind of makes sense to me. There is like a kind of a scar over his face, eyes whited out just like the Soft Master. And next we have the generic mask that's kind of classic to Zartan. Really cool. I don't have the vintage mask, unfortunately, to do a comparison, but he has this kind of pinch and eyes kind of whited out and eyebrows. Very creepy. And here's the final mask, which is the bone mask. This is pretty freaking awesome. I'll have Bone Collector, we'll put them side by side for sure, wearing the bone masks. Really cool. You can see there's like a paint app of white teeth and kind of a brown application in the eyes and the nose, two different browns, and it has this black strap that goes around the back. Check that out. There's paint on the inside for some reason and a black strap that goes around the back of the mask. So it comes with two heads. Here is the Storm Shadow head. Very good paint applications in the eyes and all done in this white plastic and nice texture on the head. And lastly, we have Snake Eyes' head with the visor that's kind of gray. Classic Ninja Snake Eyes mask. So let's take a look at the figure. So far, looks pretty good. Tightness test, not too bad. A little wiggly in the ab section. He is kind of blue right now because it's kind of cold in my place. I don't know if it picks up on camera. And well, I'll put him in the freezer so we can look at the color changing aspect. But he looks like a corpse with half blue, half skin color. I bet you if you warm it up, he'll look more human, so to speak. I have not reviewed the original Zartan, so I'm curious to see. I think I haven't. So let's go from top to bottom and take a look the aesthetics of this figure. Like I was saying, like the skin is kind of bluish already, and he has really cool head sculpt, the same head sculpt as the original or the non-Sdcc exclusive. We'll do a comparison towards the end of the video for sure. And what's different is the silver paint applications and the color of his chest piece here. Nice silver application on the back. Cool kind of ridging on the shoulder pads. And he has these forearm guards, black gloves. Forearm guards have the silver application on the top, which is really cool. This is a little bit better than I was expecting, so I'm kind of glad that I opened it up. As we move down, he has a floating belt and a silver belt buckle that has a skull on it, which is really sweet. Got a knife sheath on the back, just like the original. Plugs for accessories, like the monkey paw and the snake head that was supposed to plug in there from the original Zartan, or I should say the regular Zartan. So he has these maroon pants, and underneath the belt there are black paint applications, like another belt that's underneath. This floating belt is glued onto the back. And he has these thigh guards, similar to the original, which they were kind of transparent, but these ones are silver. Very cool texturing on the pants. He has these black knee pads done in black plastic. Let's check out the knees, might as well while we're here. You got two different color plastics here in the knees. It's a little unsightly, but not bad. And he has these shin guards, molding details on the shin pads. He has nice big feet, nice big boots, and shin guards go around the back. You can see these molded in straps that go around the back, and nice standard Cobra boots or G.I. Joe boots. They kind of reuse these feet many times. Very cool figure. So I put Zartan under a hairdryer to see if his skin will turn a little bit less blue. I don't know if it made any difference. I did turn up the light on my camera so you guys can see a little bit better. So I want to test out the color changing. I'm going to put him in the freezer for a little bit, and we'll see what it looks like. So here's Zartan fresh out of the freezer. He's already starting to change really fast. Unfortunately, with my surprise, I don't know if I remember, you know, his abs, his chest and his chest piece does not change color. It's just part of his arms and his head that changes blue. Check that out. Very interesting. Like, as soon as you touch him, like, the color changes. Check that out. It's very surface oriented. So now let's just gear him up. I might have to heat him up to take the head off because he's cold. Alright, let's pop the head off. And we'll try out the other heads. Why not? While we're at it. So I had to heat up the head so I can put it on. It doesn't make a popping noise. It's kind of riding a little high. There you go. I got it on. I think it's a little high for me, but so there is Zartan with the Storm Shadow head. Let's try on the Snake Eyes head. If I can get it on. So there is Zartan with the Snake Eyes head. Looks pretty cool. Take a look at that. Guess it wasn't really on very well. Like I said, you gotta heat it up. So let's finally gear up Zartan. So we put the scarf on. We can go ahead and put his regular head on here. So I wanted to try out the bone mask. See how that fits. It's a very tight fit. Looks pretty cool. A little silly looking, but it looks cool. So let's try the Softmaster face mask. Kind of just fits right on there. And usually you have to put this hood over. Looks like a totally different figure. Alright, let's put on the Hardmaster's face. Let me know if I'm getting them wrong. That looks cool. And next we have the generic face right here. Like before, it just presses on. Hopefully it'll stay on. And let's put the hood over. So there you have it. Backpack. And the knife goes in the sheath. Make sure it goes in that way. There you go. It's a tight fit. And you could put one of the masks in the backpack. Just gonna put the classic one in there. Here it goes. That looks pretty cool. Boom. So you can put the backpack on top of the quiver, just like that, which is a weird combo. Tell you the truth is probably you could put it on the side, I'm hoping. Not really. So you have options right here for Zartan. Either you want to have the quiver or the backpack, which is kind of cool. I have that kind of option. So what I was curious about before is, where do I put this bow? Let me know in the comment section where I can actually put it. I don't think I can actually attach it anywhere. And this was the unique weapon that came with Zartan, but now it's with the Arctic Bat. So let's do a comparison with the head from Storm Shadow here with this head. It looks the same, but it's different. Storm Shadow's head for the Storm Shadow is a lot thinner than the Zartan head. Very strange. Check the side profile. As you can see, the mask on Storm Shadow here is more round and his is more square. It's a bigger head, basically. Different quiver, and let's not forget his blaster. So here's a comparison with the regular Zartan with the Sdcc exclusive Zartan. Very cool. There's some definitely color differences. With the brown is a little red compared to the regular Zartan, and of course the silver paint apps and pants. Different colors. This is more like a classic Zartan color. It's a shame that it didn't come with the monkey's paw or the snake head. So let's do a comparison with vintage Zartan with the Sdcc exclusive Zartan. So definitely a better match with the classic Zartan, hence with the lighter brown reddish pants and hood. Very cool. So I just wanted to take a look at the backpacks. They are very, very similar. They're basically identical. I really enjoy that. So let's take a look at my Snake Eyes here and the Snake Eyes head that came with Zartan. It is not the same head at all. It just looks the same, but it's not the same. Like I said about the Storm Shadow one, it's a lot wider. It's a different mold. So what do you guys think? Do you have this one? I know a lot of people had a hard time getting this version of Zartan since he was an exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. Which one do you prefer? Obviously, I like the one with the more paint apps, the more traditional looking Zartan. I think it kind of blew this one out of the water, but I still really like the regular Zartan. I'm probably going to customize this one with the bone mask, make it look a little bit different. So let's go ahead and take a look at Zartan with the bone collector. I think it's really cool that they both have bone masks. Very awesome. I like bone collector's masks though better with the fangs. But as you can see, they're very, very cool looking together, and this is how I'm going to be displaying my Zartan with the bone mask, because it's really freaking cool. I'm going to put the hood on. That's it. There's one thing I wanted to try out, is put his hood on Bone Collector and see how that looks. Looks a little bit kind of pushed out a bit. Still looks pretty good. So there you have it, guys. There is my review of Sdcc exclusive Zartan. I hope you had fun. Big shout out again to Hooded Cobra Commander 788 for letting me participate in Cobra Convergence. Please check out all the contributors of the Cobra Convergence. Link will be in the description below to Hooded Cobra Commander 788's website, so check them all out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yo, Joe, and Cobra!